I want to give a big thank you to the folks over at Nintendo for providing me a review copy to make this review possible. Drag X Drive is the next experimental game in the Nintendo library that aims to showcase just what the Switch 2 is capable of, similar to the way that Welcome Tour did not too long ago. But was this the right style of game to try to experiment with, or should they have focused on a different route to go in order to showcase how good the mouse mode functionality is? Only one way to find out, so let's ride! Gameplay. I've stated in past reviews, mainly my Welcome Tour review, that Nintendo has a history of using various IPs, both new and old, in order to showcase their console's capabilities, whether it be accessory related or even software related. In most cases though, it's accessory focused that puts a huge emphasis on things like second screen for handheld, tablet controller like for Wii U, motion controls for Wii, Joy-Cons for Switch, etc. You get it, Nintendo loves their wacky ways. Although some of them end up flopping worse than a modern NBA player. Yes, I'm talking about you, Virtual Boy, you weird little headache-inducing, eyeball-straining, searing red abomination that came straight from the bowels of the underworld itself. To heck I cast you, heck I say! Okay, obviously Virtual Boy wasn't that bad if we're going to be fair, even if the entire library of games that it supports can fit in your hand. My random point is this. There's been successes in the department of experimentation by Nintendo that have faithfully showcased to the world a new level of fun to be had. We brought in a whole new generation to competent motion controls, deemed Waggle, Joy-Cons also doing similar. However, now with Switch 2, we have come to a very different nature of the beast, since now the new hit craze that Nintendo is attempting to get everyone behind is their new mouse mode functionality. Drag X Drive isn't the first game on Switch 2 to utilize the mouse mode, of course, with examples like, once again, Welcome Tour, that showcased multiple different minigames very efficiently and gave you an idea of what Nintendo was shooting for. But the one that pretty much gave me the old light bulb above the head moment was Mario Paint. Yeah, go figure. Who knew the way to the future was back in the past? As our esteemed Doc would say,
Great Scott! Great Scott! Great Scott! Great Scott! Oh, great Scott!
Luckily, to go back to the past, we don't need a DeLorean and a side quest adventure to avoid advances from our own mother after we get hit by a car, get chased by bullies, attend a dance to get our parents together so we don't disappear into oblivion. Nope, thankfully not. Just a simple old Nintendo Switch online subscription and we're good. Painting, clicking, swatting, while seeming minimal on paper, honestly really gives you a feel of what can be implemented with this cool scheme and opens up avenues to many different styles of games. This next one being, of course, Drag X Drive. With the introduction of Drag X Drive, you're a faceless player that takes part in games of basketball via a wheelchair, with you having your Joy-Con 2s firmly in hand, using them for the mouse mode to spin, twist, wave to friends, aim, shoot, and ride as fast as you can, with every moment and action you make being dictated by how well you can maneuver your wheelchair around. Seems easy enough, right? Just simple place your Joy-Cons like a mouse on your legs, desk, or table, and then you're expecting to have an easy, fun time right away, right?
Well, let's just say, Evil Larry ended your fun with his spooky dookie powers.
Alright, no, the meme cat named Larry has no say in this, but he's not entirely wrong. The control scheme does take a bit to get into because of how sensitive moving forward with the mouse mode is, and sometimes when you're trying to haul that quick as you can down the court, your right or left hand will instinctively sway to the left or right, making one wheel on your chair want to go forward and the other go in a completely new direction. And this causes you a bit of a headache when trying to get the hang of the controls, at least at first. My playtime with the Global Jam demo was pretty much this experience and then some, with me struggling to even move around or go in a straight line and looking more like I'm a kid who's on a sugar rush and can't contain myself as I go in all directions. There's a tutorial at the start that's very useful, but even seeing them and getting shown what to do, your brain still wants to be a butthead and do the complete opposite, and you will mess up quite a lot, even when just riding around the hub area and doing the minigames available to you. But if you can stick with it and give yourself about 10 minutes give or take to get the hang of the controls, then I guarantee that you're going to find a good deal of fun the more skilled you can get at mastering the unorthodox way the game has you play. As mentioned briefly before, each Joy-Con mimics a wheel, like pushing forward makes you lunge ahead, pull back to reverse, pivot by turning each Joy-Con one at a time or both together, which also lets you do stunts for slam dunking and perfectly timed jumps. Too bad I'm white though, cause as much as I try, I just can't jump. Dang it, Wesley Snipes, white folk really can't jump. The pain. Actually, no, I can jump, it's just not very good. And more so than not, end up going in the wrong direction or getting disoriented because I'm not good at dunking. Everyone else posturizes me something fierce though. When you feel that you've somewhat got the hang of it, you can start getting into more matches outside of just practicing in the hub area and wait your turn on the sidelines as we wait for the next game to start up. Which reminds you of sitting on the playground as a kid waiting for the court to open up because you're next. Woo! Go team! Shoot the three! No! Pass the dang ball, what are you thinking? What? Aw, come on, are you blind, ref? That was a foul! Acting like a parent in the stands of your kids' games, you're able to praise your teammates for doing a good job by raising the Joy-Cons and clapping with them, as well as letting them know you wanted the last shot and that this is your yard. I'm a sharpshooter, I can do it, guys! I'm a peacock, you gotta let me fly! Pass me the ball! Yes! Now it's time to show you what I'm made of.
All right!
My hand slipped. I was fouled. Shut up. We're moving on. While you hang out in the hub world known as the park, you can choose from 3 different types of profiles. Guard that can roll faster due to agility, but is less powerful. Center for better reversing. Forward for a more balanced character, etc. Pick whichever is the most comfortable to you for your playstyle as you customize your uniform, your gear, headwear, or even your wheels so you can roll up into the game looking like you just got a new pair of light-up shoes like we had in the 90s. Oh yeah, you show them who looks radical. While traditional basketball is 5 versus 5, here in Drag X Drive, that would be way too chaotic, so instead you're subjected to 3 versus 3 matches, both in solo play and online play, with the goal of outscoring the other team by using your wheelchair to slam into them to knock the ball loose, pressing L plus R to pass to an open teammate, and then raising your arm in the air and flicking your wrist to attempt to hit a wide open or a contested shot. Kobe! Playing with me, though, is like the movie Semi-Pro. I think I'm the greatest, but really I'm just a klutz who happens to get lucky and succeed in Drag X Drive since I don't have to focus on dribbling the basketball and instead put all of my anger and rage into slamming into my opponent like it's NFL Blitz to steal the ball and rack up the score on a 14-second shot clock. The controls, for as awkward as they can be, are extremely responsive and feel smooth even during mess-ups, and gives further emphasis on just how good the mouse mode for Switch 2 actually is. And after an intense match, you might find yourself sweating a little bit due to the workout you get if you get a little too into your sliding and zooming with the Joy-Cons, just like me. But while it's fun to engage in 3 versus 3 battles, take part in loop dash races that lets you speed through hurdles, snag orbs via ball grab pits, hang out in the park with 12 other people while you wait and interact with new friends, collect 25 trophies by completing objectives like timed runs, great shooting, it still lacks a ton of depth you'd expect from Nintendo, and relies a lot on your competitive nature due to the lack of juicy solo content like a story or a narrative mode. Overall, at the end of the day, Drag X Drive doesn't invent the wheel or revolutionize the way games will be played, but really, does everything have to? I don't think so. Obviously, it has some flaws that you can't get around, like lack of depth to the core of the gameplay and a lack of story mode, even if it's just one as small as a story that has you take on various teams to win a championship at the end, like circuits similar to Mario Kart, or even a tournament-based system like Mortal Kombat. But even still, with fun mini-games while you wait for a match to start while you hang out in the park hub, skill-based mechanics that require you to think and focus on each movement you make as you master the controls, escalating difficulties the more you level up, engaging in fun 3 versus 3 matches that never feel the same, an online mode to hop on with friends to see if you 2 or even 3 have what it takes to take on the best in the world. If you're looking for a game that's reasonably priced and aims more to the market of pick up and play, then at $20, I personally feel that it's a no-brainer to purchase and give it a go. However, if you're someone that's not that into competitive play and enjoy more of a solo experience, then maybe it's not for you. However, for the content offered overall, $20 I feel is a fair price, because there's enough content for that specific price to warrant a purchase, and showcases once again why mouse mode is still one of the Switch 2's greatest features. So with all that having been said, my verdict is clear. Game and Chick says bye now.